Welcome back to the deep dive. You know that feeling, that panic, when you're about to present and the screen just flickers? Or it won't connect?
Oh, absolutely. The cold sweat moment.
Exactly. And today we're looking at the hardware designed to prevent that. We've got the spec sheets for the Kramer VP-551X.
Right. And I think invisible nervous system is a great way to put it. It's the box in the rack that nobody sees, but if it fails, the whole meeting is over.
So on paper, it's a presentation scaler and switcher, but that sounds a bit simple. This thing feels much more substantial.
It is. It's a 10-input beast, and it's really built to solve that modern bring-your-own-device chaos.
The BYOD problem.
Yeah, because you just never know what someone is going to walk in with. A brand new MacBook, an old Dell laptop, an iPad.
I was looking at the inputs, and it's almost like a museum. You get the 8 HDMI ports, which, okay, that makes sense.
For all the modern 4K stuff, sure.
But then there's a VGA connector, a 15-pin VGA port, and even a composite video input. Why hang on to those?
Because the real world, especially in business or education, moves slower than the consumer tech world. You might have a critical piece of legacy equipment, maybe for medical imaging or industrial control, that only outputs VGA.
You can't just tell them to upgrade.
Exactly. So this box acts as a universal translator. It takes everything, analog, digital, old, new, and makes it all play nice together.
But if I plug that old laptop in, isn't it going to look, terrible on a giant 4K screen?
And that's where the scaler part of its name is so important. Kramer has this tech they call PixPerfect.
Okay.
And it's not just stretching the image, it's doing precision pixel mapping. It intelligently upscales that old signal to a clean 4K at 60 hertz.
But I see 4.4.4 chroma sampling listed here.
Yeah.
Break that down for us. Why is that number important?
It's all about the fine details, especially text. With lower sampling, you're compressing colored data, which can make numbers on a spreadsheet look fuzzy or bleed. 4.4.4 is uncompressed.
So the text is perfectly crisp.
Just as crisp as it was on the original laptop, no compromises.
All right, let's talk about the glitch-free promise. I've been in so many meetings where you switch presenters and the screen goes black for like 10 seconds.
The dreaded HDMI handshake. The display loses the signal and has to resync with the new source. It's so awkward.
So how does this fix it?
It uses something called constant output sync. Basically, the VP-551X keeps a live signal going to the projector at all times. It's constantly talking to it saying, I'm here, I'm here.
So the projector never even knows the source behind the switcher has changed.
It's instant. Just a clean cut from one input to the next. No black screen, no awkward silence.
Once that signal is ready, it has to get to the projector, which might be on the other side of a huge room. I see two outputs, one HDMI and one HD key.
And that HD port is the lifesaver. An HDMI cable gets unreliable after, 15, maybe 20 feet?
Yeah, you start to get dropouts.
HD sends that same 4K video, plus audio and control signals, over a single standard Ethernet cable for hundreds of feet.
So you just run a network cable through the ceiling.
Exactly. It's a much more robust solution for professional installs.
I was focusing on the video, but then I looked closer at the back panel. This thing is secretly an audio mixer, isn't it?
It really is. Most video switchers treat audio like an afterthought. This has a full digital signal processor, a DSP built right in.
I even see two microphone inputs, and they have 48-volt phantom power. That seems like overkill.
It's for when you need professional quality. Phantom power lets you plug in high-end condenser mics, the kind you'd use in a studio, directly into the switcher.
So you could run a whole panel discussion without a separate soundboard.
You can, and you can mix those mics over the presentation audio. You can de-embed the audio from an HDMI source to send to a big sound system.
Or just use the built-in speaker amp.
Right. It's got a 2x20-watt amplifier. It's this incredible all-in-one consolidation.
It really is a peace of mind box then. The goal is just to remove all the variables so the person presenting just plugs in, and it works.
That's the whole point. It handles the chaos so you don't have to.
It does bring up an interesting thought, though. We're always being told the future is wireless. AirPlay, Chromecast, everything over Wi-Fi. And yet, for a presentation that really truly matters, we still fall back on a heavy, physical, wired box like this.
It comes down to trust. Wireless is convenient, but copper is certain. When a multi-million-dollar deal is on the line, you don't bet your job on the conference room Wi-Fi.
A good reminder that sometimes that physical connection is the only one that really counts. That's all for this deep dive. Thanks for listening.